Hi there. I wanted to go over real quick my Hammer 7 bolt pull. It's a fairly simple, straightforward bit with 3 printed parts, the main body, and 2 handles, grabs. It's based on 2 aluminum beams, obviously these silver bits, which have then had 2 holes each tapped for 1032 threads. And then there's a screw inside of each of the handles that basically mount the handle directly to the slide beam. This main body really just holds the 2 together and then keeps it sliding cleanly on the Hammer 7 body. The kind of Picatinny grooves right here on the version 2 bodies will keep it from flipping up when it's in a closed and ready to fire position. I ship these disassembled for the most part, but they're pretty straightforward. It's just install the 2 screws with the main body attached, and that's it. They then, with your Hammer 7, slide on, and then with a 3/32 Allen key, screws into the bolt, just like your normal pump arm would. And I have this one tensioned a little tight right now. Where you screw this in, you don't want it to be too snug against the body. I throw a little E-tape generally against it just to try and help. But if it's too snug, you'll get a little friction when pulling on the bolt. But this is what I mean by it can't flip up. You cannot take this up unless you pull back and then up. So then it's free floating. But if it's just in the resting and forward and locked position, that can't go up. An important bit when I designed this was when you rack it all the way back, it cannot go past the ASA. The full back position is not past the ASA. So if you have a tank like a First Strike or a Gorilla Mithreg where there's a gauge pretty much right at the ASA, this won't hit it. The gauge will not interfere, and it'll work great. All of the stress is on the aluminum beam from the handle, so you aren't gonna over torque it and break the printed parts. The central slide body, this bit, doesn't actually hold any of the stress. I suppose it's possible to break the handle if you were very, very rough or you caught it really hard on something. But the tension's really going on the screw and then into aluminum and then into your bolt. It's pulling from both sides simultaneously, so it won't scratch up your bolt too much or anything. And right now, I'm having a hard time getting these beams, so when I can get them locally, this assembly, the bolt pull, or king pull, is $25 US shipped. If I have to start ordering the parts online, shipping's gonna make it probably $30. So that's that. For those that have asked, I tried printing the beam, the aluminum bit. I tried printing this aluminum bit and seeing if that would work, and on the first pull, couldn't even rack it all the way back. The bolt pretty much just stripped all the threads out and broke the plastic. So it's too much tension for printed plastic parts. I thought it would be, that's why I used metal, and it just is. So I can't print them. They are just, they have to be aluminum. I've experimented with spray painting them some. It works. I also personally don't terribly mind the silver. So, yeah. That is my Hammer 7 bolt pull, the king pull.